The Navy SEAL's smirk cuts across the briefing room. So, Duck, what's your rank, sweetheart? His tone drips with condescension. The woman in civilian clothes doesn't flinch. She doesn't need to. Because in exactly 8 seconds, 4 generals are going to stand at attention, and his face is going to drain of color. What happens next exposes a secret so classified, even the Joint Chiefs didn't see it coming. The room is packed. 30 high-ranking officers. A sea of ribbons and medals. She walks in wearing a simple blazer and slacks, no uniform, no insignia, nothing that screams authority. The SEAL leans back in his chair, arms crossed. He's fresh off a deployment, all swagger and adrenaline. Did you take a wrong turn, ma'am? The admin officers are downstairs. A few chuckles ripple through the room. She sets her briefcase down, slowly, deliberately. Her eyes never leave his. I'm exactly where I need to be. The SEAL grins wider. Right, so what are you, a contractor? A consultant? He air quotes the word. Let me guess. You're here to teach us about sensitivity training. More laughter now. Louder. The tension in the room shifts from curiosity to cruelty. But then something happens. The 4-star general at the front of the room stands. Not casually. Not to intervene. He snaps to attention. His hand rockets to his brow in a textbook salute. One by one, 3 more generals rise, salute, hold it. The laughter dies like someone cut the power. The SEAL's grin evaporates. His eyes dart around the room, searching for the punchline. There isn't one. The woman turns toward the generals and nods a subtle, almost imperceptible gesture. They drop their salutes. Sit. The room is a vacuum. You could hear a pin drop on carpet. She faces the SEAL again. Her voice is calm, surgical. Captain, I'm going to give you one chance to sit down and pay attention. Because what I'm about to brief could save your team's life on your next op. The SEAL's jaw tightens. He glances at his commanding officer, a 2-star who won't meet his eyes. He sits. Fast. But here's what nobody in that room knew. Not even the generals had the full story. What they did know was her call sign. Cypher. And if you held a security clearance high enough, that name made your blood run cold. Because Cypher wasn't just intelligence. She wasn't just a strategist. She was the woman who'd spent 15 years operating in places that didn't exist. Undercover so deep she'd erased her own identity 3 times. The SEAL whispers to the guy next to him. Who the hell is she? His buddy's face is ashen. Dude. She's the one who planned the Abbottabad raid. That's not entirely true. But it's close enough that the rumor's been allowed to breathe. What is true? She's the architect behind 7 of the most successful Black Ops in modern history. Missions that'll be declassified in 2075, if ever. She holds a rank that doesn't officially exist. A position buried so deep in the Pentagon's org chart it doesn't have a name. Just a number. And a direct line to the Situation Room. The briefing begins. She clicks through slides, no theatrics, no ego. Target locations. Entry points. Exfil routes. Every question is answered before it's asked. The SEAL, to his credit, starts taking notes furiously, because 30 seconds into her brief, he realizes something that makes his stomach drop. She knows his team's classified movements from last month. Things that weren't in any report. Things only his squad leader should know. When she finishes, the room sits in stunned silence. The 4-star clears his throat. Questions? Nobody raises a hand. She closes her laptop, picks up her briefcase. As she walks toward the door, she pauses next to the SEAL's chair. Leans down. Her voice is low enough that only he can hear. Next time you see someone without a uniform, Captain, consider that maybe, just maybe, they've earned something you can't pin to a chest. She walks out. The door closes. The SEAL stares at his notepad, his handwriting suddenly looking childish and small. One of the generals exhales like he's been holding his breath for 5 minutes. Gentlemen, he says, you just got briefed by a ghost. And if you're smart, you'll forget her face by tomorrow. But here's the thing about ghosts. You never really forget them. They just wait in the shadows until you need them again. And when you do, they don't ask for permission. They don't need your approval. They just show up, save your life, and disappear before you can say thank you. The lesson? Respect isn't always worn on a sleeve. Sometimes it's carried in silence, in scars you can't see, in sacrifices that'll never make the news. And sometimes, the most dangerous person in the room is the one you underestimate. Drop a comment if you've ever judged someone before knowing their story. Because we've all been that seal. And maybe, just maybe, we've all needed a cipher to remind us what real strength looks like.